Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So let me show you how you could have gotten this Asia sweep trade that played out very nicely. So would have looked for entry somewhere around here. Actually, I'll show you this trade, how it played out. So this was at least we target at least a 1 to 4 or a 1 to 3. Preferably we like it at 1 to 4. So this was the trade. We have a change of character here in 1 minute. So we also have Asian sweep, and then that was the trade. So this is how it played out. That is where you are tagged in, and then just watch it play out. So I'll show you in details how it played out eventually. So this is the trade. You can see it has moved beyond that point. So this was a 1 to 4, or you could have targeted 1 to 4, 4.5. 6 is the maximum. Obviously if you targeted 1 to 6, I don't know if it came back to break even. We will see to that. So this is the trade I'm talking about here. You can see here, this is the trade from the group here before it played to TP. So you can join this group, it's free, and then I'll send you the checklist that we use. I have a checklist that we use, so you can join if you are serious. As you can see, there's a checklist for Asian session sweep checklist. We trade it on GU, we trade it on GU, EU, and DAX German 40. They work very well. We also have characteristics of an A plus setup and A setup. We don't trade these setups. And then we also have London session sweep checklist, GU, EU, and DAX. This is if you want to trade. If you didn't get a trade in a London session, you can wait for trade in New York, and then you wait for a sweep of New York session. So I'm going to show you that there is this. If you want this checklist, you join the group, and then if you see any post I comment there, I post there, all you need to do is to inbox me, and then I'll send you the checklist. It's very straightforward, simple than what I'm going to explain here, but just for the general explanation. So we will start from this particular point. So we go to higher time frame. I promise you the checklist is simpler than what I'm explaining here, but this is the general convention of how it is always done. So let's clear everything, and then we go to just 1 hour to find out our direction. This is most people do it, but I've simplified this for those people who want the checklist. I've simplified than this. So this is a break of structure here. We have a break of structure. So once we break structure, it is common sense that we are going to push down, and then after we push down, and then we can now keep continuing moving. Just the same thing that happened here. You can see there was an Asian session sweep. I can also break this trade. I will also break this trade down here. I was watching it. There was another break of structure here. So in the next video, you wait and I'll break down even the entry for this. But I can assure you, in my trade, it is simpler than marking this break of structures here. I've summarized it, and therefore I only want to give it to people who are serious. Sometimes back I got very lazy people into the group, and I deleted most of them. So I only want to attract people who are serious, and I'll send you the checklist. It's way simpler than what you're seeing here, and I'll send you for free. So what happens is that I'm always in 15 minutes. I don't even check this higher time frame, but just for references purposes, you can see we have a break of structure. We have a break of structure here. So after the break of structure has occurred, all you need to do is to wait for session sweep. So I always wait for session sweep. By the way, this indicator, it is Rob Minty session indicator, but then for Asia it is 1 hour less than the time frame that is provided there. For detailed setting, you will also inbox me, and I will show you. Join the group, and then it's free. The link is in the description. So you wait for Asian sweep. By the way, once you join the group, I'll send you the setting for the indicator. If you check your indicator, it will not be looking like this. So make sure you DM me, and then you ask me for the setting of this. So this would be our TP. This would be our official TP. Just a slight increase. If you want to take if you want to take more than this TP, you just aim a little bit, or you can aim higher. So once we see this, I don't check anything on the left. Surprisingly, you can do, but I don't check. All I wait for is liquidity sweep on Asian session, because the checklist is very straightforward and simpler than this, and then it filters on. We don't just take any sweep, there is sweep that we check. So the checklist is very clear. I will send you everything. So once we see this sweep, we wait for 15 minutes to form a bullish candle, and this bullish candle must have a change in character in 1 minute. So we switch to 1 minute. That is why I'm telling you there is a checklist for this. So once we switch to 1 minute, we look for a change of character after seeing that bullish close. We don't just look for change of characters in 1 minute without checking what 15 minutes are doing. So you can enter on 15 minutes just like that, but for more confluence, just check if there is 1 minute change of character, and then now you can enter. So as you can see clearly, this is 1 minute change of character occurring here. As you can see, the price moved from this point up there like that, and change character on the downside here, and then there was some sort of pullback from here. Then this was the last sweep. Then we have the internal chalk here. These are internal change of character. Like this is internal, this one here, this is internal, but we deal with external. So this will be our change of character here. And then we did not enter here because 15 minutes did not close by then. Then also there is a specific time that we need to see this particular move happening. We don't just take trade because it has happened. We need some time. Basically the checklist will clearly indicate, but I can give you a hint, which is 1 hour prior to London Open. That is clearly written in the checklist. So this is the 1 minute change of character. You don't need this, but just extra confirmation so that you don't take early entries. You don't take fake out. What if it just caused a 1 minute change of character and then it pushed down? It means you would have been in loss. So for that reason, we wait for 1 minute to align. After 1 minute change of character, you only confirm 1 minute change of character once you see 15 minutes has closed, and this is where 15 minutes has closed. So now that it has closed, you can see that this price action is moving like this. This is internal change of character. This failed, so this was internal change of character. Then now we have break of structure, so we're expecting a short pullback to around this point or even this liquidity, and then we enter and we push it forward. So by this time round, actually is this time this was 9:16, this was 9:15 that this happened. So that is enough to take the entry. That is in my time. So you take entry at this last order flow. So you can watch order flow video, it is there, or you can make work easy, just mark 50%, or you can just take market execution order if you trade in 15 minutes. So this is the whole move here. So you can look to take at 15, but I just prefer to take it at this order block around here, or I refer it to an IFC. Doesn't matter. You can even take it at fair value gap here. It doesn't matter, provided your stop loss is covering the low here, or at least this one. So it should be covering everything. Then you target at least a 1 to 3. So if you took it at this fair value gap, it is still valid. If you take it at here, I prefer to take it on order flow, because when the market has changed character, it obeys order flow, and for that reason you can easily take it in any order flow. So this is the last order flow here. So you placed you have your order flow marked like that. So you can take it from this point. Let's change that to black, that is white. So this would be your entry zone, and then you let the market play. So it is that simple. So once you see that this was our TP as marked here, so this is one. You can target 1 to 3. I normally target 1 to 3 if I'm in drawdown, but if I'm not in drawdown, I target 1 to, or if 1 to 4. If I am in loss, let's say I took 2 losses in a row or 1 loss, I target 1 to 3 and leave the market as soon as possible, so that doesn't impair my psychology. It would be very bad to see the market come here and then comes back, takes you out, and then break even is at 2R or above this. Everything is clearly written on Everything is clearly written on the checklist, so let's play it on 5 minutes and see how it goes. So clearly above this point, this should be your break-even point. Sometimes the break-even may be so high, and therefore you may not, it may reach this line and then come take you out. So what we do is you have break-even at 2R or at session high, whichever comes first. So in this case, 2R is above the Asian high, which is the opposing liquidity. That should be our target. So ideally, upon sweeping this high, either of them, 2R or upon sweeping this, we go for a break even. So it can even sweep here at 1-to-1 risk to reward. Like if the Asian range was so low, it can switch here, weak here, at 1-to-1 we go break even. It doesn't matter. So either of them, whichever comes first, you take the trade and then you let the trade play out. So that is how it came, tagged as somewhere here. Let me pause a little bit. Tag as here. That is where the market tags you, and then after it has tagged you, this was break even. This was break even at Asian opposing liquidity, and then the rest you leave it to play. If it breaks you even, you wait for New York. In this case, we wouldn't trade New York because there are set rules for that. So that is the trade. You can see clearly how it played out. Please subscribe. I'm back to YouTube full time.